From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Tuesday morning. Monday was just an extension of the gorgeous weather that we had for Easter weekend. Today it's still going to be nice outside if you can look past the wind gust. That's going to be hard to do. We can see wind gust up around 50 miles per hour for the Kittitas Valley and for the Blue Foothills. But overall, the weather is going to continue to be sunny, warm, and dry through Thursday, but then the pattern trends more active, a little bit cooler for Friday and beyond. Right now, you're taking a gorgeous look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. You see sort of the peachy skies up there this morning, and then down below, all the beautiful city lights. The winds are already trying their hardest right now in the Kittitas Valley. Gust up around 35 miles per hour, around 40 miles per hour for White Pass, and then a little bit breezy for the basin and for the foothills. But the wind's actually going to try a good deal harder a little bit later in the day. It is mild out there for this morning, 56 for the Tri-Cities, 57 for Walla Walla, a little bit cooler in Ellensburg and Yakima. We're sitting at 47 and 48 respectively. Your coat cast for this Tuesday for the Tri-Cities, light jacket stuff through 11 a.m., 12 p.m. After that, it should be t-shirt weather, so we'll have plenty of sunshine, highs mostly getting into the 60s and 70s for lower elevations, but it will feel a little bit cooler with some of those gusts. Yes, it will be quite gusty out there for today. We'll talk about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, an arrest in the Tri-Cities is raising serious concerns about the use of artificial intelligence. This after police say a local school employee is accused of creating explicit images involving a child. What we're learning about this investigation this morning. Plus, Sunnyside leaders are working to expand opportunities for businesses and growth. Details on some of the major projects already in the works. And a community program aimed at reducing emergency calls is really gaining momentum in Walla Walla. How it's making a growing difference, as leaders say it's already seeing results. Those stories and much more straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good Tuesday morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is 6:02. We begin this morning with a crime alert out of the Tri-Cities. This after police say they arrested a 54-year-old man in connection with a child exploitation case involving AI-generated images. Authorities say Kevin Royal Johnson used social media and artificial intelligence to create explicit images of a 12-year-old girl. They say he was taken into custody yesterday at Cottonwood Elementary in Kennewick, where he worked as a paraeducator. Investigators also tell us they searched his Pasco home. Officials say he faces charges under state law. We have much more details on this right now at applevalleynewsnow.com. Police responded to a crash in Richland involving a car and a bicyclist. You can see it right there on your screen. This happened early Monday morning. Officers say they arrived at George Washington Way and Davenport Street. Officials say a bicyclist was thrown onto the windshield. That cyclist taken to the hospital, treated and released with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver stayed at the scene and tested negative for impairment, we're told. Police are reminding drivers and cyclists this morning, stay alert out there and make sure you're sharing the road as more people head outside this spring. Staying in Richland, where firefighters and the American Red Cross are celebrating a record-breaking blood drive that could help save lives across the region. Richland Fire and Emergency Services teamed up with the Red Cross for the Blood Board Regional Board Drive, collecting more than 140 units of blood from community donors. It's a record for a single-day collection in the state of Washington. Fire officials say those donations will help them move closer to providing blood transfusions directly on emergency response units.
I've been so impressed with our community and just our desire to want to step up and provide. I don't have the exact number, but I know that we've had a ton of first-time donors, so people that just have heard the message and wanted to contribute in that way.
Fire officials say they plan on holding blood drives with the Red Cross twice a year. They hope the success of this drive will help keep the Blood on Board program moving forward and encourage more people to donate in the future. City leaders in Walla Walla say a growing program is connecting residents with services while easing pressure on emergency rooms. The CARES program, Community Assistance, Referral and Education Services, launched just after the pandemic with one staff member and a $110,000 grant. Now it's a 5-person team within the Walla Walla Fire Department and still expanding. Officials say it focuses on community paramedicine, connecting people with resources and care before issues become emergencies, with the goal of reducing 911 calls and ER visits while improving long-term outcomes.
Reduce emergency room visits is really a major goal of the program. We've been very successful with grant funding to the tune of almost $1 million funding this program.
As for the next step, they are expanding to 24/7 coverage by adding dedicated CARES team members to the fire department shifts, allowing the program to respond at all hours and reach even more people in need. In local living now, the Port of Sunnyside is working on several projects aimed at boosting economic development and supporting long-term growth in the community. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with leaders about what's in the works.
The Port of Sunnyside is a major economic driver for the city, with leaders focused on creating opportunities for new businesses while supporting industries already in the area. That includes developing shovel-ready industrial land near existing infrastructure, like the wastewater treatment plant, which the port operates and is now looking to expand.
We are working on a plan to do some upgrades at the facility that will allow us to treat 4 million gallons of water a day. So we will be doubling in size of treatment capacity.
Navarro says that project goes hand in hand with road improvements along Alexander, which have helped open up more than 200 acres of land for future development. She says another major focus is expanding infrastructure at the Sunnyside Airport.
But we're doing a 5-bay hangar first so that we can then add additional 5 bays later on with additional funding.
Another major project includes a planned renewable natural gas facility through Pacific Ag Renewables, alongside Sunnyside Mapton Highway, which aims to turn agricultural waste into energy.
So one of the issues with dairies is the waste that they produce. Projects like these are a way to solve that waste problem and to turn that waste into renewable product that is environmentally beneficial and reduces the methane emissions into the environment.
Port officials tell me that they work not just to bring businesses to the community, but work with businesses that will support Sunnyside's thriving ag economy, as well as make the long-term investment to stay in the community.
When looking at new potential businesses, we have to look at the overall makeup of our community. That's our community members, that's our agricultural sector, that is our business leaders.
Port officials say they are committed to growing Sunnyside's economy while maintaining the character of the community. In Sunnyside, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
These projects are expected to bring more jobs and new opportunities to Sunnyside in the years ahead. In Pasco, the city's irrigation season is now underway. Pasco began distributing water yesterday with full service expected by April 10th. Officials say the system uses non-drinking water for lawns and landscaping, helping to conserve drinking water. With drought conditions and a low snowpack this year, residents are urged to conserve, including following a voluntary watering schedule based on your address. So here's what that looks like for everybody following this schedule. You have even numbered addresses. They should schedule on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Odd numbers, you're looking at Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Of course, the season runs through October. Your time is 6:09. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A coaching career spanning decades is coming to an end in Richland. It ends on a high note, though, as his final season ended with a perfect record. This morning, we're taking a look back at his career and his impact on the program. We're talking sports after the break. And yes, we are also talking about your weather. What's it looking like for your Tuesday besides windy? Josh is coming back with more on that.
When your family feels protected under our roof, they're free to dream. And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm, feel the flow. And Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
Spring isn't just a season, it's a feeling. It's mornings that move you, moments that stretch out, laughter that lingers a little longer, and spaces that welcome everyone home. Refresh your living room, bedroom, and dining room with savings up to 50% off. Plus, enjoy up to 60 months, no interest financing. Visit a More Furniture showroom near you or online at morefurniture.com.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through April 30th, receive rebates up to $1,200 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
When your family feels protected under our roof, they're free to dream. And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is going to be a beautiful forecast through Thursday, then trending a little bit more active and cooler for Friday and beyond. But we'll take you back to today for the Yakima Valley. It's going to be in the mid-40s by 8 this morning, around 60 for lunchtime, and then mid to upper 60s for the warmest part of the day. Lots of sunshine, but it will be breezy throughout the day. So for today, going with forecast high of 68 for Yakima, 71 for the Tri-Cities, 67 for Walla Walla. So in general, most lower elevation spots ending up in the 60s or 70s. We will be stuck in the upper 50s in the Kittitas Valley with some of those gusts up around 50 miles per hour. So it'll be quite cool in the mountain gaps of Kittitas County for today. Then for tonight, overnight lows mostly falling down into the 30s. We could have some low 40s there in the Walla Walla Valley of the Blue Foothills. And then high temperatures rebounding towards the end of this week. Will end up around 75 in the Yakima Valley by Friday. That's going to be about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. But then those highs come crashing back down into the mid-60s for Saturday and beyond. Those overnight lows also trending milder towards the end of the week and then trending colder into the weekend and into the beginning of next week. Okay, those pollen counts trending way up there, up into the double-digit count for today, for tomorrow, for Thursday, and then back down still into the high range, though, for Friday and Saturday. The top allergens being alder, ash, and birch. If this applies to you, have the allergy meds on standby. And this will certainly not help out with that cause for today. Big time gusts. We'll time it out coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Time to talk sports now, where a major chapter is coming to a close. This as the Richland High School boys basketball coach Earl Streufert announced he is retiring after 38 years of coaching. Streufert spent 11 years as an assistant with Walla Walla High School and spent the past 27 years as the head coach for Richland. His career finishes with a state championship season where they went a perfect 28-0. It's Richland's first state championship since 1979. The coach recently spoke at a championship celebration.
I said, we just won a title in Walla Walla, and I showed him my ring. And I said, well, all I want is, I just want one that's green. I don't care what we have to do, I just want one that's green. I had no idea it was going to be 27 years to get there. However, wouldn't change it, wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. My gosh.
What a journey, right? Well, over his career, he accumulated 490 wins, 12 league titles, Conference Coach of the Year 13 times, and a Washington State Coach of the Year award as well. So big congratulations to him. Your time is 6:15. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth checking in on your weather forecast for your Tuesday. He's talking about some windy weather, but just how strong will the wind get in your neighborhood? He'll explain after this.
At Prosser Memorial Health, expert digestive care starts close to home. Certified physician assistant Becca Reinhardt is now seeing patients at Prosser Digestive Health Center, providing compassionate care for a wide range of digestive conditions, from acid reflux and irritable bowel syndrome to liver and pancreatic disorders. To schedule an appointment, call 509-786-5599 or learn more about digestive health services at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Some recipes come with a little extra chaos.
Steal some and try it. Oh, that was a big bite.
Memories are made in the kitchen.
Little pinch.
Find the right appliance to make more of them at Breads.
Right now, score big savings on all LG appliances. Whether you're looking for a fridge, dishwasher, or oven, we have the appliances for you in stock, ready to go today. Swing into Fred's Appliance. We're local like you.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body and leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
This is your home for Kraken hockey. Every goal.
He scores!
Every save.
What a stop!
Every game.
That's hockey, baby!
Watch us defend the deep.
Kraken Wild. Coverage begins at 5 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
Washington workers, you can get a refund of up to $1,330 back on taxes paid last year. See if you qualify and learn how to apply at www.workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
A Kennewick neighborhood threatened with a sex offender home. Residents fight back and win.
We stood united.
Apple Valley News Now tells their story.
We wouldn't even found out about this if it wasn't for you and the guys out front.
Only one station, Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
Next live, Halle Bailey, plus from the Testaments and Dow. And
it's time to prepare for allergy season.
Tips to beat seasonal allergies.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It'll be quite gusty for today through 8 p.m. this evening. It's already rather windy, actually, in the Kittitas Valley. Those gusts up around 35 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour for White Pass, and then also a little bit breezy for the basin and for the foothills. Here's your hourly look at today's wind gusts. This half hour will focus in on the Kittitas Valley. The next half hour we're going to focus in on the Blue Foothills, but you see just sort of slowly but surely building up to that 50 mile per hour gust that we're expecting around 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. in Ellensburg, and then after that still quite windy as we head into the evening hours, into the late evening hours. So you can see hour by hour wind gusts yourself for your exact home address location by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. So here's a look, a little summation of some of the wind gusts that we'll have for today. Gusts up around 50 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, 50 miles per hour for the Blue Foothills, but even here in the Tri-Cities and Hermiston, some of those gusts up around 40 miles per hour. And then for the Yakima Valley, the wind gusts, I mean, it's still going to be a little breezy out there, but peak gusts only between 20 to 25 miles per hour. Okay, forecast going to stay dry through Thursday, and then rain chances picking up for Friday and beyond. And it's because of this area of low pressure that's sitting over the Baja of California right now. This is going to slowly but surely make its way up into the Pacific Northwest, and that'll be a catalyst for shower and thunderstorm chances. So it looks for now in the Tri-Cities like Saturday is going to be the wettest day, also the day with the best chances of thunderstorms, and then starting to trend a little bit drier into Sunday and Monday, but that's still 5 to 7 days out. Some of the rainfall projections for now from 5 p.m. on Friday to 5 p.m. next Monday. Looks like we could pick up around a ½ inch of rainfall for the Blue Foothills, not nearly as much for the valleys or basin. And then in terms of snowfall, from 5 p.m. on Saturday to 5 p.m. on Monday, we'd be hard-pressed to get an inch of snow for even our highest mountain passes. We definitely need a lot more than this, but this is 5 to 7 days out. It's all subject to change. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Warm and breezy today, calmer and warmer through Friday, then a chance of thunderstorms on Saturday. In Yakima, comfortable and breezy for Tuesday, then back in the 70s as soon as Thursday and Friday. In Ellensburg, peak gusts up around 50 miles per hour on Tuesday, windy again by Sunday. And then for Hermiston, warm and windy for today. Rain chances creep back into the picture starting on Friday. And finally for Walla Walla, comfortable highs but windy for Tuesday, then eyeballing some of those thunderstorm chances for this weekend.
Thanks so much, Josh. Your time is 6:21. Still to come, a founding member of the hip-hop group Migos is recovering after a shooting in Florida. Coming up, we'll tell you how rapper Offset is doing and what police say about the incident. Plus, an actor's wife opens up about living with Parkinson's, and a major writers' union reaches a new deal. The latest from Hollywood coming up next.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks, and we've kept that title every year since. Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
Nob Hill Casino invites you to have a ball. Not only do we have the friendliest dealers in town, but our progressive games have amazing jackpots. Play great Vegas-style table games 7 days a week. And when you join our Players Club, you'll unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Plus, Players Club members automatically take part in our Have a Ball drawing every hour on the half hour from 9:30 to 2:30. So grab your friends and take the short drive to Nob Hill Casino, where the locals come to win.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. And their offer makes you feel even smaller. Call me, attorney Mariano Morales. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Does that insurance company make you feel small? Tell them you got the heavy hitter and watch how big you feel. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
At the Pacific Campus, our medical care for seniors is built with intention. We take time, we listen, we create personalized plans designed for strength, clarity, and longevity. And because your care is inside the PC, wellness isn't separate from your healthcare, it's part of it. Membership isn't required, but many choose it to stay active and connected. Call, text, or stop by. We're always here for you. Your fourth quarter matters. Let's play it strong.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks, and we've kept that title every year since. Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
Mariners Astros first pitch at 6:40 Friday on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back, everybody. In entertainment news this morning, one of the founding members of the hip-hop group Migos is in a Florida hospital.
Yeah, a representative for rapper Offset says someone shot the singer in Hollywood, Florida on Monday. TMZ reported he was shot near the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
The 34-year-old is reportedly in stable condition. The circumstances surrounding the shooting, though, those are still under investigation. The Seminole Police Department says officers detained 2 people.
While the music world reacts to news about Offset, a personal story of hope is emerging from Hollywood. This as musician Rebecca Cruz says she has Parkinson's and newfound hope for the future.
She's the wife of actor and former football player Terry Crews. They tell People she's had the disease for 16 years.
She credits a new ultrasound treatment with easing her symptoms. Crews say that's why she's finally ready to reveal her health struggles.
And from personal struggles to industry-wide victories, the Writers Guild of America says it has reached a contract deal with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers.
The agreement is expected to include a healthcare funding boost. The deal will reportedly last 4 years instead of the usual 3. Union members still need to approve the plan.
Man, so they were saying this deal actually came a little bit earlier, and they were wondering if it was going to come down to a nail-biting situation, kind of like a few years ago when they actually had to strike and all of that. So now a lot of people, I've been looking up the reaction, and they're kind of saying, okay, well, this might be really good news. We're kind of breathing a sigh of relief, but we still want to read the fine print. So
that's where they'll get you, is always the fine print. And
yeah,
that
so
last
we'll
strike lasted like 50, 60 days, something like that. So hopefully we can avoid that this go around.
All right. Well, your time is 6:26. Still ahead, 2 reasons to celebrate this morning. Coming up, we're taking you inside a major milestone in aviation history in the Tri-Cities. 100 years ago this week, the very first contract airmail flight took off. We'll show you why this historic moment still matters today. And after a decade of work, a local court program being recognized for its success, leaders say it's changing lives and making a real impact on the community. So this morning, we're taking a look at the results. Those details and more coming up in your next half hour.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm, feel the flow. And Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points.
And right now, get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
At DQ, we're double flipping over our limited time Blizzard Double Flip deal. Buy 1 Blizzard treat and get a second for just 99 cents.
99 cents? That's bananas.
No, that's bananas.
1, 2, 3, we got that DQ flavor. Savannah bananas, do it big, do it major. Home runs, fun runs, everything's crazy.
The Blizzard Double Flip deal is here.
Should we tell them to stop?
It's bananas. Buy 1, get another for just 99 cents. Get it in the DQ app.
It only took me 4 stories and 3 songs. And finally, she's fast asleep. Now, it's my time to unwind. With my irresistibly smooth, melting Lindor.
From me, the Lind Master Chocolatier.
Melt into your moment.
Fixing your car's air conditioning shouldn't be like searching for buried treasure. RockAuto.com has complete air conditioning kits with everything you need at reliably low prices.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
With certified Culligan filtration, something extraordinary happens. You get cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Don't just live with your water. Love it.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
All right, I guess we're just heading right into weather. Good, what morning is it? Good Tuesday morning. Hope you had an awesome start to the work week. Wind gusts today are going to be up there. Peak gust up around 50 miles per hour. And then the forecast is going to stay sunny, warm, and dry. It's going to continue through Thursday, but then trending wetter and cooler for Friday and beyond. Right now, you're taking a live, beautiful look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. See those peachy colors up in the sky. And the gusts are already starting to pick up a little bit more now for the lower Columbia Basin. It is a little bit breezy for the Blue Foothills, and also it is windy in the Kittitas Valley. Temperatures, well, it's mild out there, 56 for the Tri-Cities, 57 for Walla Walla, and a little bit cooler in Ellensburg and Yakima. We're sitting at 47 and 48 respectively. Here is your coat cast for this Tuesday for the Yakima Valley. Light jacket weather all the way throughout, even though this high temperature is going to end up in the upper 60s, but it will be breezy, but there's going to be lots of sunshine. In general today, the big story will be the wind gusts, especially in the Kittitas Valley and for the Blue Foothills. We will talk about that at length coming up in a few minutes.
Sounds good, Josh. And we do begin this half hour of news in Pasco, where Monday marked the 100th anniversary of the first contract air mail flight in the United States. Take a look here. The historic flight took off from Pasco on April 6th, 1926. Carrying 200 pounds of mail and launching commercial aviation. The Varney Airlines flight was piloted by Leon Cuddyback, who stepped in when another plane apparently had some engine trouble. People gathered at the Pasco Aviation Museum and Tri-Cities Airport yesterday to celebrate the centennial.
Aviation has always been a part of Pasco's DNA, and this event reminds us on how our community has looked to the skies with pride and optimism for a full century.
The historic run put Pasco on the aviation map. The Pasco Aviation Museum is marking the centennial with a new airmail exhibit featuring artifacts and stories from those early days of flight. Well, from a century of flight to a decade of local change. It's a week full of milestones for the Benton County Mental Health Court, which turned 10 years old on Monday. After years of advocacy from locals, the court held its first docket on April 6th of 2016. 10 years later, Mental Health Court is set to celebrate its 200th graduate on Wednesday. The program treats people dealing with mental health issues that have been charged with misdemeanors or felonies. Once a participant graduates the program, they become free of their charges.
Treatment courts or therapeutic courts have become this most successful model in our nation's history to pull people out of the justice system and into lives of stability and recovery.
Mental Health Court is funded by the Benton County Behavioral Health Sales Tax and through state grants. Your time is 6:34. Still ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a mission happening hundreds of thousands of miles away, making an impact much closer to home. Students watched history unfold in real time at Seattle's Museum of Flight. How that moment is inspiring future scientists and explorers. And of course, Josh coming back with more on your weather forecast. Here's a live look as you get your day started out in the Ellensburg area. What are we looking at besides windy weather today for your Tuesday, and what's still ahead in the coming days? Find out next.
Kraken Wild. Coverage begins at 5 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
Looking for a used vehicle? Trust the dealer with over 60 years in the Tri-Cities, Overturf Volkswagen. Find a large expanded inventory, fully serviced and thoroughly reconditioned vehicles. On-the-spot financing. Top dollar for your trade. Overturf Volkswagen, Kennewick.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Sam Strebel provides the full spectrum of orthopedic care.
A lot of times when I talk to patients, they're in so much pain that they can't do their hobbies. We can use the machine to balance the knee before we make any bony resections, and then that will hopefully translate to a faster recovery and a better, more natural feeling knee.
To learn more about services including robotic joint replacement at Prosser Orthopedic Center, visit prosserhealth.org.
BOGO time is back at Vance, and by popular demand, this incredible offer has been extended through April. Right now, when you buy a new AC, the All-Star team at Vance will throw in a furnace for free. That's right, buy an AC and get a furnace at no extra cost, and our licensed professionals will handle everything from start to finish. Upgrade your system today for comfort, peace of mind, and savings all year long. Ask your system designer for details. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance today. Vance Heating, AC, and Electric.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
This is your home for Kraken hockey. Every goal.
He scores!
Every save.
What a stop!
Every game.
That's hockey, baby!
Watch us defend the deep.
Kraken Wild. Coverage begins at 5 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
Need struts? RockAuto.com has budget, standard, and premium options. Wiper blades, frame, beam, or winter. Click the info button for features and benefits.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
Looking for a used vehicle? Trust the dealer with over 60 years in the Tri-Cities, Overturf Volkswagen. Find a large expanded inventory, fully serviced and thoroughly reconditioned vehicles. On-the-spot financing. Top dollar for your trade. Overturf Volkswagen, Kennewick.
At Apple Valley News Now, we're on your side. But what does that mean?
It means we know our area, not just the big places, but all of the cities and towns that make up our special part of the Pacific Northwest.
It means accurate forecasts, so you'll get no surprises when heading outside.
And being on your side means we're looking for solutions and getting answers, always putting you first.
It's not easy, and that's why there's only one station that's on your side.
Or Apple Valley News Now.
Always on your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Is going to be a beautiful stretch of weather through Thursday. Then things trend a little bit wetter and a little bit cooler for Friday and beyond. But we'll start you off with today's day planner for the Tri-Cities. Mid-50s by 8 this morning, if not a little bit warmer than that. And then we'll be into the mid-60s by lunchtime, up around 70 for the warmest part of the day. Pretty much nothing but sunshine for today and breezy all throughout. So let's take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in the Cascades, where highs are going to be in the 40s and 50s. A little bit breezy up this way, and then for the Kittitas Valley, we can have gusts up around 50 miles per hour for today. Highs in Ellensburg going to be stuck in the upper 50s, and then for the Yakima Valley, mid to upper 60s. Then for the Lower Columbia Basin, around 70. These gusts could be around 30 miles per hour. For the foothills, we could have gusts up around 50 miles per hour, especially down towards Pendleton and Pilot Rock. And then up in the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains, we're looking at highs in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. These gusts up around 25 miles per hour. So in general, a beautiful day, but the main facet of today's forecast will be those wind gusts. Then for tonight, dropping down mostly into the 30s, could have some low 40s in the Walla Walla Valley of the Blue Foothills, but the rest of us going to drop down into the mid 30s, and high temperatures ascending subtly towards the end of the week, back up into the mid 70s in the Tri-Cities by Friday. That's 11 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year, but then trending cooler once again back into the mid 60s by Sunday into next Monday. You see those overnight lows going to go up. They're going to go down as well. In part, that is because of more active weather as we head into the weekend, but we'll take you all the way back to today, timing out those wind gusts coming up in a few minutes.
In science news now, the Artemis II mission is reaching a major milestone as astronauts travel farther from Earth than any humans before them. Here on Earth at the Museum of Flight in Seattle, students and families gathered during spring break to follow the Artemis II mission as it traveled around the moon. It was a rare chance to see space exploration up close and to imagine what the future could look like.
As the crew of the Artemis II mission travels farther from Earth than any humans ever, young people watching say it makes the moon feel closer than ever.
It's really cool that they're doing this again, and I'm glad that I'm alive to experience it.
We surpassed the furthest distance humans have ever traveled.
The 4 astronauts aboard the Orion spacecraft are tasked with testing systems and capturing new views of the lunar surface, already delivering stunning imagery. Just look at this picture. At the top, the moon's near side, marked by ancient lava flows. Just below, the far side comes into full view, a perspective we don't get from Earth.
The astronauts are going for all of humanity, and some of the problems that we have here on Earth can only be solved by the unique perspective that we get from space.
Students watching today could one day play a role in missions just like this, as NASA pushes towards more regular crewed flights to the moon.
I'm a STEM person. I like science and math. Yeah, I just think it's really cool that like a bunch of things come together to make a big machine like that work.
With the mission now passing its halfway mark, some are making it clear not every kid needs or wants to go to space.
I think the interesting part is that they're using to go around Earth to kind of use the gravity to get them to go. I think it's fine, but I mean, personally, I wouldn't go there because I think I like Earth and I don't want to have to wear a spacesuit when I go outside.
All good points. Well, educators say moments like this can inspire the next generation of scientists, engineers, and astronauts who could one day build and fly missions deeper into space. Your time is 6:42. Up next here on Good Morning Northwest, we have your morning sprint. Everything you need to know before you head out the door on your Tuesday morning, including that weather forecast with Josh. Here's a beautiful live look this morning out of Richland. Stay with us.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Atomic Health pays me to do the in-home, I guess nursing or the things I do to help out, so we don't need a nurse. Meds, cooking, cleaning, getting him to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, whatever else needs to be done. So at least once a month or whenever I need her, Sarah, or whatever nurse is available, comes to our house. If I have a worry that I'm not sure if he needs to go to the doctor, she comes and advises me and does an assessment and tells me if there's anything I need to do different, or I don't know that I could do this without him.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
In Tri-Cities Real Estate, one group stands above the rest. One group consistently ranks in the top 20% of the region's real estate agents. One group puts a full team of professionals backing your every move to get the best deal at every step. And one group with an award-winning team to give you more insights and help you make more educated decisions. So if you're ready to make your next move with certainty, there's really only one group for you.
Take a look at a truck, an SUV that have everything: style, tech, and an adventurous spirit, all at a great value. The 2025 Ford Maverick and Bronco Sport. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Get a 2025 Bronco Sport or Maverick and get up to a $3,500 gas card plus $500 loyalty cash for current Ford owners.
Spring isn't just a season, it's a feeling. It's mornings that move you. Moments that stretch out. Laughter that lingers a little longer. And spaces that welcome everyone home. Refresh your living room, bedroom, and dining room with savings up to 50% off. Plus, enjoy up to 60 months, no interest financing. Visit a More Furniture showroom near you or online at morefurniture.com.
Attention viewers. Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday the 11th at 5:30 a.m. Good News Today will resume its regularly scheduled time on Sunday, April 19th.
This is your home for Kraken hockey. Every goal.
He scores!
Every save.
What a stop!
Every game.
That's hockey, baby!
Watch us defend the deep.
Kraken Wild. Coverage begins at 5 tonight on Apple Valley News Now. Mariners Astros first pitch at 6:40 Friday on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is going to be quite blustery for today, especially in the Kittitas Valley and in the Blue Foothills. It is already, the wind's already picking up out there for this morning. It's breezy for the Lower Columbia Basin, for the Blue Foothills, and already windy for the Kittitas Valley. Those gusts up around 35 miles per hour. Okay, for the Kittitas Valley, we're thinking that the crescendo of the gusts is going to be around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. But for the Blue Foothills, Pendleton, it looks like by lunchtime, that's when we're expecting the strongest of the wind gusts. And then once the sun sets, we trend much, much calmer out there. Of course, you can see hour by hour, day by day wind gusts, temperatures, rain chances for your exact home address location by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. So here's a little summation of the wind gusts that we're expecting for today. Up around 50 miles per hour for the Kittitas Valley, up around 50 miles per hour for the Blue Foothills, but just between 30 to 40 miles per hour for the Tri-Cities and Hermiston. Still definitely noticeable out there, and only between 20 to 25 miles per hour for the Yakima Valley. Okay, in spite of all the winds for today, we'll keep the forecast dry. In fact, we'll keep it dry through Thursday, but rain chances coming back for Friday and beyond. And it's because of this area of low pressure way at the bottom of the screen over Baja California right now. But this is slowly but surely going to make its way up to our neck of the woods, and that'll touch off some shower and thunderstorm chances. Here's what it's going to look like in the Yakima Valley. Looks like the wettest day will probably be on Saturday. That's going to be our day with the best chances for thunderstorms. And then some of those chances tailing off into Sunday, and then looking dry by Monday. Some of the rainfall totals we're anticipating from this round, 5 p.m. on Friday to 5 p.m. on Monday, maybe picking up around a half an inch of rainfall for the Blue Foothills. In terms of snowfall for the mountains, we'd be hard-pressed to even get an inch for even our highest mountain passes. But that's still 5 to 7 days out. All those numbers subject to change. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Warm and breezy today, calmer and warmer through Friday, then a chance of thunderstorms on Saturday. For Yakima, comfortable and breezy for Tuesday, then back in the 70s as soon as Thursday and Friday. For Ellensburg, peak gust up around 50 miles per hour on Tuesday, windy again by Sunday. And then for Hermiston, warm and windy for today. Rain chances creep back into the picture starting on Friday. And finally for Walla Walla, comfortable highs but windy for Tuesday, then eyeballing some of those thunderstorm chances for this weekend. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, urgent search and rescue.
I'm not feeling optimistic at the moment.
56-year-old Lynette Hooker and her husband Brian were heading back to their yacht Saturday evening on an 8.5-foot-long dinghy in the Bahamas. Brian telling police they encountered poor weather when Lynette fell overboard along with the boat key that prompted the boat's engine to shut off. Brian saying he lost sight of his wife after the current swept her away. He then paddled the dinghy back to Marsh Harbor, where he reported Lynette missing around 4 a.m. Easter Sunday. Now this morning, Lynette's daughter speaking to GMA.
I don't want to go forever just not ever finding her again. I don't feel like I'd get the closure I would need.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the latest on the search and rescue operation. With your GMA First Look, I'm Victor Okendo, ABC News, Miami.
This little light of mine, in the dark found a hopeful sign.
For those with depression not getting enough relief from their antidepressant, adding Caplyta can help you let in the light, providing greater relief from depression symptoms than an antidepressant alone. And unlike some medications, Caplyta is also proven to deliver significant symptom relief from both bipolar 1 and 2 depression.
Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Call your doctor about new or sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks. Report fever, confusion, stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain may occur, as can high blood sugar, which may be fatal. Common side effects are sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, dry mouth, feeling tired, and diarrhea. These aren't all the side effects.
Ask your doctor about Caplyta.
Help see more of the light inside of me.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time now for your morning sprint at 6:50. In national headlines this morning, tourists from around the world go to Lower Manhattan to see the Statue of Liberty. But right now, one of the best views from Battery Park comes with a catch. A large security fence. Take a look here. U.S. Park Police installed a wire barrier last month as part of security screening. The fence runs along the waterfront and walkways, including the ferry dock for the Statue of Liberty. Officials say it's designed to separate the general public from visitors who have already passed airport-style security before boarding boats to the statue. In business headlines now, it's been nearly a year since a gunman opened fire at Florida State University in Tallahassee that left 2 people dead. Now, lawyers for one of the victims plans to sue the makers of ChatGPT. They claim the artificial intelligence tool helped the suspected gunman get advice on how to carry out the deadly shootings. But it is unclear what exactly those messages said. The law firm representing the family of Robert Morales wants OpenAI held responsible for the shooting. An OpenAI spokesperson in a statement said in part the company alerted authorities and shared information with investigators after the incident. OpenAI says it created ChatGPT to understand people's intent and to respond in a safe and appropriate way. Let's talk sports. An Iowa teen stands better than nearly 38 million people when it concerns men's college basketball. 13-year-old Liam Market just wanted to make sure he'd top his brother when he filled out his March Madness bracket. Turns out he's done that and much more. He holds the second best bracket among those millions of people who submitted their entries into the official bracket game of NCAA March Madness. Liam got, get this, 14 of the 16 Sweet 16 teams right. That's a lot of numbers there. And 7 of the Elite 8. He correctly predicted the entire Final Four and got Monday night's championship matchup correct, where Michigan faced UConn. He predicted Michigan would win it all. He picked, though, 76-72. Slightly off, but I don't think we can fault him, right, Josh? The winner of the bracket challenge gets a 4-night trip to next year's men's Final Four. How about that? All right, now to the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. Police in the Tri-Cities arrested a 54-year-old man in connection with a child exploitation case involving artificial intelligence. Investigators say he used social media and AI tools to create explicit images of a 12-year-old girl. He was taken into custody yesterday at an elementary school in Kennewick, where he worked as a paraeducator. Authorities also searched his Pasco home as part of the investigation. Officials say he now faces charges under state law. Richland police responded to a car versus bicycle crash early Monday morning. This happened at George Washington Way and Davenport. The bicyclist was thrown onto the windshield and taken to the hospital. We're told they were treated and released with non-life-threatening injuries. Officers say the driver stayed at the scene and was not impaired. Police are reminding everyone, though, stay alert out there and share the road as more people head outside this spring. Irrigation season now underway in Pasco with water distribution beginning yesterday and full service expected by April 10th. The system uses non-drinking water for lawns and landscaping to help conserve drinking water. A voluntary watering schedule is in place based on address numbers. The irrigation season is expected to run through October. A growing program in Walla Walla is helping to connect residents with services before emergencies happen. The CARES program focuses on community paramedicine, working to reduce 911 calls and emergency room visits. It started with one staff member and has now grown into a 5-person team. Officials say the next step is expanding it to 24/7 coverage. A mental health court program in Benton County is marking 10 years of service. The program helps people facing criminal charges who are also dealing with mental health issues. Participants can have charges reduced or dismissed by completing the program. Since launching, it has graduated about 200 participants. Trending this morning, more than 30 shelter dogs and cats took off from the North Las Vegas airport on a flight to Utah. It's all part of a relocation effort to boost their chances of adoption and help ease overcrowding in Las Vegas.
The Animal Foundation partnered with the Salt Lake City Rescue to move the animals, loading them onto the plane early Monday morning.
Once in Salt Lake City, the animals will be distributed to shelters and rescue partners where demand for adoption is stronger. Did you see that little face? I wonder what they thought of the flight.
They were probably a little scared, but give them some gabapentin, some trazodone. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
He knows all the tricks over here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, hoping they all find brand new, loving homes, and it's really great to see, people putting that much effort to try to save these little lives because they're so adorable.
Definitely. I hope they find their forever homes.
Yeah, me too. All right. Well, Josh, how's the weather looking today?
It's looking a little gusty out there already. Let's go ahead and take a look at current wind gusts. You see gusts already around 25 miles per hour for the Tri-Cities and Hermiston, already up around 40 miles per hour there in Ellensburg, so already ahead of schedule in the Kittitas Valley. Temperatures are mild out there. It's like it'll hit you like bricks when you're walking out the front door, but good bricks, if that makes sense.
Good bricks.
Yes,
Soft bricks.
Yes, doesn't feel half bad out there though. A couple 55s for the Tri-Cities and Hermiston, a little bit cooler in the Kittitas and the Yakima valleys. Here's your coat cast for this Tuesday for the Tri-Cities. Just light jackets needed throughout, I'd say by 12 p.m. But then for the warmest part of the day, we'll end up around 70. The only thing that gives me pause is that it will be breezy out there for today, so that's going to make it feel a little bit cooler. But in general, for lower elevations, highs getting into the 60s and 70s. The highest wind gusts going to be in the Kittitas Valley and in the Blue Foothills. Places like Ellensburg, Pendleton, we'll see gusts up around 50 miles per hour. Sunshine, dry weather sticking around through Thursday, and then we trend more active and cooler for Friday and beyond.
All right, I'm enjoying these temperatures today.
Yes.
All right, Josh, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us here for Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.